Hello everyone. This has been a long time since I've done one of these. Uh, uh, but I'm still getting used to like talking on here to myself in a way, I guess. So like, excuse myself. Anyway, so one of you guys had asked, how do I draw? And it's a very difficult process. As you see, I've done halfway through this, and I'm gonna start off with a fresh new page, and then I'll show you some ways I do other things like the line art and coloring. Yeah. So anyway, I usually use a reference, and in this case I'm going to do something very simple. This is typically what I do to make sure that I have the grid right, the head proportion, and it's a weird process sometimes, especially when I'm not really looking at a specific reference or anything. But for this, it's mostly just me remembering what a certain character looks like or how I feel most of the time. It's kind of a weird process, I think, if I think about it. But yeah, and it's I sometimes forget that I can't have the ears too low or the eyes too high, because then it's not proportioned. Always gotta make sure that you have the hairline. Like it really depends on what you're looking for a character. Right now I'm just looking at this reference on the side, and I'm briefly looking at it and I'm not at the same time, so it's like freehand. That's how I usually do the faces, and then when you're going to the shoulders, you gotta make sure you have the arms, and so bicep would be right there, and there, chest, depending on what chest size you want, even if it is a guy. They do have big chests sometimes, like Bakugo. And sure, you do this. I usually don't keep my characters naked because it's kind of weirds me out sometimes. I don't draw girls that much either because it's hard. It's harder drawing girls. Because dudes, you could just do whatever you want. You could give them long hair, short hair, curved hair, curly hair. It all depends on your preference, your point of view. So yeah, this is usually how I do it. I don't like the nose anymore. The mouth, put him right there. Give him a cocky smile. Basically the sketch out of the character. I'll add more stuff. Like if I want it, I could always add the scars. But that's for another time. So yeah, that's basically what I do for the first sketch. And if you want like different positions, it really depends on you. But I like using this. I know it's a girl, but it's like, it was the cheapest option I could get. I forgot what the thing is called, but I know it's a doll. It's like, it's amazing sometimes. And yeah, I lost the leg to it. I'm kind of sad about that. I lost the leg. But everything else, like, I can get the proportions right. And yeah, it might be a girl, but I can always flatten it out. And always know what dimension I want it to be in. I can move the toes, the foot, the knee. I could tear it off, I guess, now. Yeah. But anyway, back to this. So, I use this kneading eraser, and I erase it very lightly, sometimes hard if it's too dark, and then I get out some of my pins, which I am not sponsored or anything, but these ones are the best for me. It really depends on you, but you can also use like regular pins or just pencil, which is nice too. Like if you're on a budget and you want to just draw something, you just use pencil. Like, that's the easiest. Like if you're starting off as an artist. Yeah, it's kind of harsh to say like don't use pen. Because if you use pen, you're kind of like, you look back at it and you're like, why did I do this? But then it's also kind of nice because then you look back at it and you're like, oh, I could improve on that. But yeah, sometimes I ramble on, so excuse my rambling. I don't know why I do this. But yeah, it's different depending on the person, I guess. Like you can't always be at the same art style because there's different art. Like say cartoon art, like let's see, what is this? Like I guess Teen Titans. Not the Teen Titans Go, because that's kind of it's a little too simple, but I don't like the character design to it, even though it's supposed to be like very appealing to young audiences. Like I don't really like the art style, but the original Teen Titans, if you ever do go see it, it's like more stylized and dark, which is really cool. And then you got the comic book style to it. There's also Steven Universe, which is a really great show I used to watch. I would watch again, but I don't have any subscription service to watch Steven Universe anymore, so I'm kind of sad about that, but that's okay. But yeah, that is a completely different style as well, but it's very simple, and it's in my opinion a really good start for beginners, because it not only is the art simple enough to draw, you can always like trace over it. I know people say tracing's bad, but like tracing can be nice too, depending on your skill. Because believe it or not, I used to trace some of my favorite manga pages, because I believe that I would never see them again or ever buy them, because they were too expensive to buy at the bookstore. But yeah. But after that, I started freehanding a lot of my stuff. So yeah, and as you've seen in some of my other videos, like I'm not really good at digital art, but with traditional art it's a lot easier, and I know what the paper feels like. Like, yeah, it I know digital art's supposed to make you feel like simpler and better, but I still haven't gotten the hang of it. I would like to get back into it and see if I can better myself that way, but it's I don't think that's gonna ever happen anytime soon, because I have no desktop or laptop that's compatible with the drawing tablet that I currently have, which was gifted to me in a way. I don't want to get into details about it. It's a little bit of a personal story. But yeah. And then so right now I'm basically like drawing out the clothes I want to put on them. You could put pretty much any kind of clothes on it, as long as you look at the references. Like, yeah, there's some pictures that don't have the same angle you're looking for, but if you look at the clothes aisle in your markets, you could see like different ways and patterns people have for their products. Like Like the other day, I was at the store and I saw this really cute leather jacket, and I wanted it, but it was booty expensive, and I didn't have enough funds for something that expensive. So I decided on just taking a picture of it and then doing a drawing on it, because I will never ever afford it in my lifetime ever. Which is kind of sad. Anyway, so let's see. But yeah, if you really want to advance in anything or start out as an artist, the best thing to do is just get printer paper. I know that's kind of basic, but printer paper is a lot better and kind of cheaper than buying a sketchbook, depending on where you're at. But it for me, it was easier to get printer paper from school, and that's what I would draw on, was printer paper. Sometimes my notes or sticky notes. Sticky notes are nice too. Index cards. Anything I can use to like draw on, I would draw on it. Like, you don't even have to have like a really fancy mechanical pencil, any fancy pens. Like, you could just freaking trace for a good while until you're comfortable. Never post it though, because then people would be mad at you, saying that you're copying and you stole someone's art. Unless you credited it, then that's a whole different other story. But yeah. Anyway, so that's done. But yeah, but that's just my opinion. Like, I'm pretty sure there's other people that say you could do a whole different other thing, like go get books, go get anatomy books, which are nice. Like, you can like, they're called like, check out from like library books, but always be careful because you can't always retrace those. And fun fact, I used to steal library books, but I don't anymore because that is no good. It's all bad. Don't ever do it. Trust me, don't ever do it. Oh, it's a 5 point. It's a really thin one. But yeah, right now I'm just like doing an outline of it. It's easy, fast, and like, since I already got the basics of what I want to outline, it's just a smooth process on what I want to do and what I want darkened, what I need. But yeah, like this sketchbook, I hate to say it, but I got this from Hobby Lobby. Like, I don't go there anymore because of the things I hear about it. Like, it's all bad. It's so bad. But yeah, but it's just your opinion or your view of it. Like, I wouldn't give money to something like that. done, then it would be the coloring, which coloring is kind of hard for me. I'd rather just do black and white since it's easier. And it's faster. And then but yeah, like I was saying, most of the time it's a lot easier and a lot better and cheaper option just to like take printer paper, index cards. Like if you're not using it, or like it's scrapped paper, it'd be nice, because it's not like anyone's gonna use it ever again, so that'd be nice. And then just like using regular pins, which is a good alternative to like really expensive stuff. Like these pins, if I remember correctly, each one is like $2.50, and that's at like a local art store. And that itself is expensive itself. Like these markers that I have right here, like it came in a set of, I believe seven. And those were, my God, those were a lot for me. I'm on a budget, so it's like, and I don't really have a day job as of yet. Like, I've tried plenty of times to apply for jobs. It doesn't work out that much. So the only thing I have right now is just YouTube and TikTok, which is kind of sad. And I don't really get anything from TikTok. I just barely started any kind of YouTube channel, so like if you do look back in my videos, they're like really old and have nothing to do with nowadays. Like it was a while back. Might delete some of those videos, might not, really depends. Let's see. Now let's start with some colors. I'll do with yellow. But yeah. And then these are just Crayolas. Crayolas are nice. And they're like really cheap, which I really like. Like, it's not too expensive. The colors are almost right, but it's nice. I like it. And because I got this whole 24 set, and I'm not sponsored by any of these products, which is a little sad, but that's okay. Like, I love using new products, new art supplies, like anything I can get my hands on. I love to like borrow or use. Borrow as in, because like my dad has some art supplies in his room. Like, he has literally a couple of ink stuff. He has a tattoo gun. Heck, he has almost a lot of everything. He's like a treasure trove or a pioneer with items to sell you, I guess. Like, it's nice. Then it's so nice. But yeah, I've also been thinking of like doing some drawing lives on YouTube, since I do a lot of them on TikTok. I don't know if that's okay, because like I don't know how the audience is on YouTube. I know how it is on TikTok, because it's like it's a platform that's easy, simple, and I could just play music in the background and I don't get copyrighted for it. Because that's how I usually do my streams, is like a whole bunch of music in the background. And if I can't do music, I'm gonna be really sad and I can't do anything. But yeah, I guess it really depends on you guys. Like, would you like to see me do some lives on here, interact with you on YouTube, or should I just not do it at all? I've also got into like making my own VTuber, which I thought was nice, but I don't know, it kind of flopped a little bit. But yeah. But if you want to have like a light color in anything, just get a regular brown. Like, so I got the Crayola brown. And if you wanna do like a light color, I usually just like I lightly go through it. So like darker parts here would be right there. Slowly build it up. And then you have an eraser. Lightly erase it. And then you have a bit of light color. And if you're actually using the Crayola, it'd be even better if you use the white after erasing it a little bit. And if it's too dark for you, you can always like use I think light brown is in the 12 pack. I can't remember, but then if it is, just lightly brown it, like lightly go into it, and then just circle very, very softly, like barely touching the paper. Just keep circling until you can't see any color. And for the darker parts, just darken it a little bit. And just make sure that it's in the shot in the part where you want it to show light. So the more light that shines this way, you're gonna have it darker on this side. Like if you get an art book, it actually tells you that, and it's a really good reference to use when you're coloring in stuff, which is handy to remember, especially the color wheel, because sometimes I forget about that. Which is funny, because I took art classes in high school and junior high, and I keep forgetting about the color palette. So with that out of the way, I was gonna start with this. I'm just gonna color this orange, because why not? And a cool gray for this part. But yeah, that's basically what I always do, is like look up references, see if I can do it freehand it, and if I can make it my own version, it'd be like a third, fourth time I've done it. And then just like be careful of everything I do sometimes, because I could literally make someone very upset if I don't do anything credit. And then people get mad because it's their character or something similar to that. Which is understandable. Have a great day. Kind of thing. And basically darkening up the parts I should be darkening. And that's how I usually do it. But I hope this helped out a little bit. Not to get too deep into this, because I'd rather do a whole different part where it's just black and white. Like, this is just basic flat colors. So I hope you guys liked it. Please follow, like, share, and follow my TikTok and all my other social medias. And have a great day, and make sure you drink water, because I'm pretty sure none of you drink water.